Hi, today I'm gonna show you how to knit this magical hat. Let's get started. First of all, please check my description box for all the details. As I told you, I am going to show you how to knit this magical design hat. Why do I call it magical? Because this looks like a cable knitting, but it's not. So if you don't like cable knitting, but you want to, knit something like that, this is the one. This is quite easy. You just have to repeat 4 rows. That's it. Okay. So first of all, you have to knit your swatch. Just stockinette, swatch is good enough, and measure your head size. My head size is 22, but I subtract 2 inch because otherwise it's going to be too loose. So let's move on to math. Open up my math gauge template. If you do have my template, you don't have to worry about doing math. However, if you don't, you have 2 options. One, you just have to do the easy, simple math by yourself. I am going to leave how to do in my written pattern so you can follow that instruction. Okay? Or I also put the link in my description box so you can actually go to my Etsy account and you can buy this, very useful template. It's only 7 Canadian dollars at this moment. Okay. So if you are interested in, I have video that I'm explaining how to use as well. So just give it a try. Anyway, so let's find out the cast on number. My swatch and gauge was 4 inch by 4 inch. If you're using, a metric, you can put just 10 and 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter. And stitch count, I have 16 stitch count and 22 rows with some 4 inch by 4 inch swatch. And as I said, my actual head size around my head is 22 inches. However, if I use that number for the cast on, it's going to be too loose. So I usually subtract 2 to 3 inches. And this time I, take 2 inch away. So 22 minus 2 is 20. So the width, I already put the 20, but this number 11 and 12 width, I'm gonna put 20, and there you go. 80 stitch. If it's, by the way, 22, there you go. 88. Okay, yeah, 8 stitch. Maybe not, but I actually go with 20. So 80. And 80 is actually easy to know whether this number is multiple of 4 or not, which answer is yes. I want you to pick the number multiple of 4. And if you get the 65, definitely it's not multiple of 4, but you don't really want to, count or calculate or anything like that. You just move this side, number 23, and you put multiple of 4. There you go. And in this pink section, these are the number for multiple of 4. Okay, so if you have 65 here, you just have to find the number 60 or 64. Okay, and mine 80. So, which is multiple of 4. So I'm not going to worry about that. So I found my cast on number, which is 80. Okay, so let's move on to actual knitting. This is the yarn I used, and cast on. I made 80 or your number with multiple of 4. Okay, I actually made 81 because I'm going to lose one stitch when I connect both ends. So if you want to, use that trick, you make one extra stitch, okay? And make sure you're facing to right side. And there you go. I am going to lose one stitch. Slide one stitch purlwise like that, and the stitch behind, pass that over. That's it. And now it's connect. Okay. If your project is bigger, you should do this. So it not gonna tangle. Anyway, the rib is 2x2 ribbon. Everybody 2x2. Okay. You shouldn't use the 1x1 ribbon. Okay. So repeat of knit 2 and purl 2 until your desired length. I knitted it about 3 inch. And you have to be very careful on first row because from the second row you just have to knit over knit, purl over purl. So you focus, okay? And I already knitted it about 3 inch, okay? Now I changed the needle one size bigger, okay? So let's do row number 1, okay? The pattern says, it's kind of weird, knit 1 in 3 rows down. So I have knit stitch there, right? So besides that knit stitch, you count 3 down, okay? So it's kind of in the purl section right there. 1, okay? 2, and 3. Okay? Do not put the needle in the knit stitch besides the knit stitch. And there you go, knit 1 like that. So this is extra stitch. Then knit 1 and 2 because knit 2 and purl 2, right? And then now, again, 3 rows down besides the second knit stitch. You knit 1 there. So now you have 4 knit stitch. Then purl 2. Okay, I'm going to show you more, so don't worry about it. So you do not knit in knit stitch, okay? Besides the knit stitch, 1, 2, 3 down. Put the needle there and pull. And make sure the stitch is long enough because you're knitting, 3 row down, okay? And knit 1 and 2, that's regular knit stitch. And then 1, 2, 3 down and knit there, okay? So it looks like a flower, shape, right? And purl 2, 1 more, okay? So besides the knit stitch, 1, okay, 2, okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not knit stitch besides the knit stitch, right? 3, okay, I use the hook, the crochet hook. There you go. It's hard to do this, but I just want to make sure which stitch that I'm going to, put the needle in. Knit current knit stitch, and then there you go, one more time. This side is easy, 1, 2, 3, and put the needle in. There you go. And make sure that 2 extra stitches long enough, not pulling or too loose or anything like that. and you just have to knit one round. Okay, this is end of the row number 1. And purl 2, and that's it. Okay, and row number 2. Okay, this is easy row. Okay, so looks like that, and that, the long extra one, slip 1 purlwise and knit 2, and extra one, slip purlwise and then purl 2. You just have to repeat. Okay, one more, slip 1 purlwise, knit 2, and then slip 1 purlwise and then purl 2. You just have to repeat that. Easy, isn't it? And the row number 3 is coming. It's a little bit tricky, but still it's not that difficult. Okay, there you go. Row number 3 coming. Okay, so repeat of knit 4 together, back loop. Okay, knit, there you go, 4 back loop together. And then dash means do not drop the stitch off, and then those 4 stitch still on the left needle, and now knit 4 together. I just actually grab only 3. There you go. I just noticed that. Okay, this is bad example, so make sure you have to knit 4 together. There you go. This is a little bit tight, but you can do it. Just take your time. Knit 4 together, which is front loop now, right? There we go. And now back to 2 stitch. Then purl 2. I'll show you again. Okay, so repeat of knit 4 together, back loop. BL means back loop. Then, oops, do not, drop the 4 stitch off yet. Knit 4 front loop together. There you go. That's it. And back to 2 stitch instead of 4. Then purl 2. That's it. Okay. And I'll show you a little tip later. Okay. So knit 4 back loop, keep the 4 stitch on, then there we go. It's a little bit tight, but I can do it. Knit 4 together. There we go. Yeah, got it. And then purl 2. So row number 3 is a little bit tough, but still easy enough. Okay? And then this is the end of the row number 3. And row number 4 is piece of cake. Okay? The easiest row. Repeat of knit 2 and purl 2. And you just have to repeat row number 1 to row number 4 until your desired length. Okay? But I am going to show you row number 1 again, but because this time you already finish, row number 4, and you're not sure which stitch you are going to put the needle in. 1, 2, 3. That's the place. Okay? Did you get that? And knit 2. Then this side, again, kind of purl stitch. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's it. Okay? And purl 2. One, two, 3. After the first repeat, I think it's easy for you to put the needle in, and you know exactly where I'm talking about. Okay? And now I want to give you a tip for row number 3. Okay? So this is the row number 3. Okay? Do you remember knit 4 together, back loop and knit 4 together, front loop. Okay, going to use the crochet hook. Okay, so the back loop is actually easy. Knit 4 together, back loop. The difficult part is front loop. So using the crochet hook. Okay, see, it's a little bit tight. It's put the crochet hook like that and just pull the yarn thread and hook onto right needle. That's it. Whichever, at first I thought not using crochet hook was easier, but later on my fingers are getting tired, and I start using crochet hook, and I thought, oh, maybe this is easier. Okay, so it's up to you. But again, I actually use the crochet hook all the way because easier. Anyway, so I needed it about 7-inch there without the rib. With rib, obviously 10-inch, okay, because 3-inch for my rib, right? And then when to start making crown, you're going to need about 7 to 8 rows to make the crown. So make sure you knit enough or not, because with some 7 to 8 rows, you going to finish. Okay, so if you're not knitting long enough, your hat is going to be shallow. And I want you to make sure you finish on row number 2. So repeat 1 to 4 and then 1 and 2. Okay, so then you are going to start decreasing. Okay, so this is end of row number 2. Then crown row number 1. Okay, so again, this was supposed to be row number 3. So just like row number 3, repeat of knit 4 together, back loop, and then knit 4 front loop together, then purl 2 together. So I will decrease 1 stitch in the purl section. That's it. That's the only, the difference. Okay, and crown row number 2 is coming, which is quite easy. I don't even have to show you, because which is repeat of knit 2 and purl 1. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because I did the purl 2 together, so now I have only 1 stitch for purl. There you go. This is end of row number 2 and crown row number 3. No decreasing. So knit 1 in third row down besides the first knit stitch, and knit 2, and then knit 1 in the third row down besides the second knit stitch. That's it. And purl 1. You just have to repeat. Okay, making the flower again. Then this is end of the crown row number 3 and crown row number 4. Okay, slip 1 purlwise. And now knit 2 together. Then slip 1 purlwise. Then purl 1. Okay, so I decrease 1 stitch. Knit 2 together now, and 1 slip purlwise. That's it. Easy. Okay, so I was doing slip 1 and knit 2, right? But this time, knit 2 together. And crown row number 5. Now there's only 3 stitch. So knit 3 together, back loop, and knit 3 together, front loop, then purl 1. So no decreasing really. Okay? There you go. It's getting harder. My fingers are getting tired. Okay, and purl 1. So slowly decreasing. So you just keep doing that repeat. And row number 6. Now decreasing. Okay, knit 2 together and purl 1. Knit 2 together, purl 1. So now getting smaller and smaller on top of your, hat, right? And then crown row number 7, knit 2 together in 1 round. So now you have 1 knit stitch and 1 purl stitch. Okay, and it doesn't really matter, just knit 2 together. That's it for me. But if you have many more stitches than mine, you might wanna, knit 2 together 1 more round, because you have to close like that. And if you have too many stitches, it's hard to close it. You know what I'm saying? So if so, crown row number 8 and knit 2 together 1 more round. That's it. Okay? And if this is all good, use the tapestry needle and close the top of the hat. That's about it. It looks a little bit complicated because it looks exactly like, cable knitting, but it's not. Super easy. You just have to repeat only 4 rows until you hit the desired length. Okay, and add 7 or 8 more rows on top of your hat. That's it. Okay, I think this is one of the great holiday season gift idea. I probably spent like 2.5 days to finish this. Okay, it's very quick knit. Well, obviously I use the quite thick yarn and needle too. That's why. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you have any question, leave the comment below. And please subscribe my channel. I also have the second channel named Knitting 911. If you want to have some sort of the knitting idea, please go check it out. Bye for now.